Here's the kicker, Nick Novak, to get us started. And we are underway from Atlanta. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. I'm ready now for 2nd and 9.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58! Switch up, switch up!
Back to throw here. Ertz over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go!
They toss it to Tomlinson, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most often coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go!
They're going to look to throw. On the move to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Michael Vick, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he is knocked down from the side, right near the 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down, Rivers. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the play.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Sanders in there to get him for a loss of 5. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Rivers. Caught left side, Garcon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Coleman now. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Here's Hunt. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Rivers to throw it. And able to find Garcon. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Now Rivers out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Second down, Rivers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
On third down, Rivers. And this one is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll send Rice in motion. And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they try. Was tucking in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They'll send Rice in motion. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay, though, they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. To throw again. Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Finding room inside the 40. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
when you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And incomplete here on 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Over the middle to Garcon. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that enables him to also pick up the 1st. This is Hunt. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. The play clock's running down. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Dancing to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Fighting through. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
The gun. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on fourth.
20.
They do go for it. It's Brady. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal. And I mean pivotal. That decision right there could be really costly.
Without a doubt. You talk about taking a chance there and deciding you're going to go all in, as they like to say. That's exactly what that one was, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, inside their own territory, game tied, this stage of the contest, boy. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Hey! Detroit! Detroit! Hey! What's in here, Marty?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They'll toss it to Coleman. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right at the 20. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Atlanta. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
On now in a big spot in this ball game is the kicker, Nick Novak. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
On 3rd down, LaDainian Tomlinson. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect the pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Tomlinson again, a first down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield. Field at the 50. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From midfield, here's Brady. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Brady got to have this one. Throw left side complete. That's Moss. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 12 yards is the pickup there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second down now after the pass completion. Back to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He's back to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julian Edelman in the final minute. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth. And that makes it 14-10. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them. They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Ready. Let's go. Hey. Hey, downtown. Hurry up.
They'll run. This is Hunt. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back. those are the ones you focus on and want to take.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chris Baker in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. One last shot now for Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right?